Please keep quiet. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to the presentation practice today, speech practice. So let me see your preparation, your practice, and today also I would like to grade you, like give you marks for your efforts, of course. Every effort should be rewarded. So let us start off with this practice session of the speech contest. All right. Let me start with ladies first, not majority. Yes, what's your name? Okay, I would like to call Shreya on stage, please. Please keep quiet. Keep quiet and be formal and be serious.
Good evening, teachers and my dear friends. I am Aryabhata. Today, I delivered a short speech on the topic of importance of teachers in our lives. Teachers play a role in important.
What is this? This was not the speech topic.
मैम डिफरेंट टॉपिक पे बोलना था मैम तो हम लोग अलग से प्रिपेयर करेंगे
नहीं the topic of expression was just one for everybody, no different topics.
मैम ये आप हर दिन अलग-अलग टॉपिक अपने हिसाब से कोई
वो तो आपका writing practice था ना. Today I'm talking about the expression speech competition which is going to be held on the 6th of May. Prepared? नहीं. जब हम बात करते हैं स्पीच कंपटीशन के बारे में तो मेरे दिमाग में आपके दिमाग में एक ही बात होनी चाहिए. The speech competition, the topic which is given in the very beginning. उसी के बारे में मुझे बात करनी थी आज. I do not want any other topic. So if you have not prepared, I wanted to see the preparation. All right, anybody who has prepared, please come up. And the rest of you, start your preparation if you have not started as yet. Yes, please come.
I would like to call a Krishna.
And I'm giving you some time, prepare and come and present. Keep quiet.
Good evening, everyone. And the topic speech is decoding post-COVID socio-economic problem. We all have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The name coronavirus comes from the crown-like projections on their surface. Corona in Latin means is halo or crown. Coronavirus outbreak was first identified in Wuhan city, Hubei province in China. Since then, the virus spreads to nearly every country, and WHO declared this is a pandemic. COVID-19 has affected day-to-day lives and is slowing down the global economy. This pandemic affected millions of people who are either sick or are being killed due to spread of this disease. The most common symptoms of this viral infection are fever, cold, cough, bone pain, and breathing problem, and ultimately leading to pneumonia. This being a new viral disease affecting humans for the first time, this virus is spreading exponentially region-wise. Country were banning gathering of people. Many countries did block their population and enforcing strict quarantine to control the infection. So, due to this pandemic, whole world totally changed, and there are so many socio-economic problems occur. The first problem occur in primary sector. We can say agriculture. We can say primary sector is one of the sector which get affected less than other. Although there were relaxation to agricultural sectors during lockdown, but transport constrained mobility restrictions and lack of labor were major problem affected by the farmers. And the secondary sector also affected, like manufacturing sectors. Manufacturing sectors is a major contributor of GDP and employment in secondary sectors. Due to COVID-19, this sector is also affected because of low consumer demand. And the third sector is a service sector like banking. It is due to COVID-19, private companies are financially weak and stock market has also been worse in March 2020 due to lockdown and collapse of various business activity. Now I will tell you some problem also like occur in our social problem. Like first, gender gap and inequality. Due to COVID, drop in employment is biased and not gender neutral. Drop in absolute number is more than men compared with women because of the already existing large gender gap in employment. And the second point is health crisis. As per National Health Profile of India's expenditure on percentage of GDP, that merely 1.2% is lower than the poorest country of the world. So there shortage of there will be shortage. There were shortage of doctors, health are facilities, and lack of beds per thousand people etc. And the third point is domestic violence and crime. According to latest report of NCW, that within 25 days following lockdown, there was 45% increase in number of cases in domestic violence and crime cases. And a study shows that after result of any crisis and pandemic lead to increase in crime cases. And people are reverse of migration problem also occurs. Poverty and people are lost their jobs. Psychological impact, people got getting mental illness. Now I will conclude this speech with 6 words and 6 words: be safe, be smart, and be kind. Thank you. And I'd like to add one joke in Hindi. Can I, ma'am?
नहीं कोई joke नहीं allowed है.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. No problem.
No jokes allowed.
No problem. I would like to call Mukul. Please come. Thank you.
People at the back, stop talking. No noise.
Hello, my dear friends.
My dear friends, nahi. Make it formal. Like good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mukul, and here I come to this stage to tell you something about COVID-19 socio-economic problem. COVID-19 is mainly known as coronavirus. It is a type of virus which came from Wuhan city in China. We say it's not only a pandemic, it's called disaster. COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. SARS-CoV-2 is a novel severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. The official names COVID-19 and SARS-CoV-2 were issued by the WHO on 11 February 2020. During this situation, I saw many people who live far away from home for survival of his children and his family become homeless, and some also died because of COVID-19 and wrong medication. Some countries' health system was exposed. Their situation is not in handle. China affected from this COVID-19 till now. Our government allowed to lock down in our whole country. That means nothing is open, all shops closed. Only needed things shop was open, like kirana and general store, milk store, etc. During this, many people become jobless who do some private work for maintain his family. People who became jobless after 1 or 2 months, he was moneyless, so he took loan for survive against lockdown. People who work with his own ready, they become hopeless. Now what to do, because they earn and from that money they eat food that evening. Many people became on suicide because of lack of money, means lack of food for his family. Many countries economic ruined. Many countries had not the proper health system, so there many people were died. Many poor country is ruined because of this pandemic, like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, etc. Because of this, China affected from this virus till now. Here number of corona patients increases day by day. But now in India, Corona again is spreading fast. Slowly, last week 35% Corona cases increases in India. Last week means 4 to 10 April, Kerala government reported 2,185 COVID cases. Last week, India has total 4,900 COVID cases, but this week it increases of 6610 new COVID cases. But during this pandemic, one thing was good that air pollution and water pollution and many more are stable and clean itself. Thank you. And I would like to call Yuvraj.
Continue with your practice. Good.
Good evening, respected ma'am, and all my classmates. First of all, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to say something about COVID-19. COVID-19 is a name of disease which is very dangerous. It was a huge problem of all over the world. COVID-19 was come in our country to drop our economy rate. It was come in India in 2019, but its first effect was felt in March 2020. COVID-19 was coming our country from China in the form of human. COVID-19 was affecting us not only in bad ways as well as good ways. It affected us in bad ways such as to drop our economy rate. Many of people died to this. Many of students left their study. Many of workers left their job, etc. And COVID-19 affected us in also good ways, such as we all are know that very well that they teach us how to live with safety and clean. We learn one more thing from COVID-19. That is, when we go anywhere, then we should must wear a mask, especially in crowded region. And when we return to home, then we should must wash our hands. Thank you.
जब आप बोलते हैं we should, या तो we should बोले या we must बोलिए. We should must एक साथ नहीं होते हैं. And was came नहीं, COVID-19 came. तो जो वर्कशॉप जो कर रहे हैं उसके बाद आपको ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं हो. So this is just the beginning, but then keep on trying. Yes, next.
Now I would like to call.
हाँ, कॉपी देके भी नहीं बोलना है. पॉइंट्स आप दिमाग में रखिए. Keep this in your mind and remember the points only and keep on elaborating. अभी आप देख के बोल रहे हैं. Today I'm allowing you and from the next class हम allow नहीं करेंगे देख के आपको नहीं बोल.
Good evening, teachers and my dear friends.
You have been given a lot of time. इसको बिल्कुल prepare कर लीजिए.
I'm Srejashna. Today I talk about decoding.
Today I'm talking about. Today my presentation is on.
Today I'm talking about decoding post COVID-19 of socio-economics problems. The COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in over 4.3 million confirmed cases and over 2.
अब क्या होता है देख के आप जब पढ़ रहे होते हैं तो आपके कनेक्ट ऑडियंस से नहीं हो पाती. आप बॉडी लैंग्वेज आपकी क्या हो जाती है. यू आर रीडिंग इट फ्रॉम अ कंटेंट. और जब आप बोलना शुरू करते हैं तो आप आई कांटेक्ट होता है. यू आर कनेक्टिंग विद द ऑडियंस. तो ये चीज मिस हो जाता है. स्पीच के लिए सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है योर बॉडी लैंग्वेज. यू मस्ट लुक एट द ऑडियंस. यू आर स्पीकिंग टू देम. इसीलिए अगर आप पढ़ेंगे तो यू आर ओनली रीडिंग इट फ्रॉम अ रिटन स्क्रिप्टेड कंटेंट. ठीक है. चलो.
290,000 deaths globally. It has also sparked fears of an impending economic crisis and recession. Social distancing, self-isolations and travel restrictions have led to reduced workforce across all economic sectors and caused many jobs to be lost. Schools have been closed and need for commodities and manufactured products has decreased. In contrast, the need for medical supplies has significantly increased. The food sector is also facing increased demand due to panic buying and stockpiling of food products. In response to this global outbreak, We summarize the socio-economic effects of COVID-19 on individual aspects of the world economy. Thank you. Sorry. Now I would like to call Swati.
इस कंटेंट को थोड़ा और रिच करो, थोड़ा और लिखो, and learn it. You are not reading out, but you are speaking to the audience. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My topic is the post-COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to a dramatic loss of human life worldwide and presents an unprecedented challenges to public health, food system, and the world. The economic and social disruptions caused by the pandemic is devastating. There are lots of informal economic works and particularly vulnerable because the majority lack social protections and access to quality health care and have lost access to productive assets without the means to earn an income during lockdowns. Many are unable to feed themselves and their families. Almost no income means no food at the base, less food and less nutritious food. The condition of working children and children in forced and bonded labor in the country has always been concerning in India, but the pandemic has likely pushed more children into children labor, including its worst forms in India. The closure of schools and the economic crisis forced for the vulnerable for families tried to by the pandemic are likely drivers pushing children into poverty and to child labor and unsafe migration. We are faced a problem after pandemic. Thank you so much.
Someone?
Someone?
The boy over there is raising his hands for quite some time.
Thank you.
कंटेंट को थोड़ा और रिच करो, थोड़ा सा और लिखो, कम से कम 2-2.5 मिनट होना चाहिए और कंटेंट और थोड़ा बढ़ाओ.
Good evening to one and all present here.
Keep quiet. हाँ, अधिक टाइम तुमको मिला हुआ है अभी स्टिल 6th of May में काफी दिन है. प्रिपेयर वर्ड बाय वर्ड नहीं, समझ के बोलना है. चलो.
Good evening to
You
one
have
and all.
got enough time. अभी सब दिमाग हटा लो, बस स्पीच पे कंसंट्रेट करो. चलो.
Good evening to one and all present here, respected teacher and my dear friends. I am Shashank Raj of BCA Course is going to deliver a short speech on the topic decoding of post-COVID-19 on socio-economic problem. In 2019 December, the virus was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan, and after a month, in January 2020, the first case of COVID-19 virus was identified in Kerala in India, Kerala state in India, and after 2 months, in March, government ordered a nationwide lockdown. Due to COVID, people lost their job. According to Hindustan Times, during second wave, 1 crore of people lost their jobs, and 97% of household income declined due from the beginning of the pandemic. Our country GDP decreases, and its graph deviates to minus 23.9, and product consumption is also decreases because people want to save their money, so they buy only those products which is important for their needs. Thank you.
कितना टाइम मिला आप लोगों को? आई एम नॉट हैप्पी विद दिस.
मैम मतलब थोड़ा फिर कॉपी देखकर
आपको
पूरा बोलना
कितने दिन
पड़
पहले?
जाता है,
आई
इसीलिए
थिंक
छोड़े
दिस
हुए
इज द सेकंड वीक. आपको 2 हफ्ते के बाद हम पूछ रहे हैं कंटेंट जो आपका आ रहा है सामने विच इज नॉट अप टू द मार्क. और रिच चाहिए हमको. 1 मिनट का स्पीच नहीं, एटलीस्ट 2.5-3 minutes. ठीक है, प्रिपेयर कर लो. अगर नहीं लिखा है तो लिख के प्रिपेयर करो.
मैम लिखते हैं.
स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज बी सीरियस अबाउट दिस इवेंट. दिस इज अ ह्यूज इवेंट, ग्रेट इवेंट. इसको लाइटली नहीं लीजिए. अब सारे चीजें दिमाग हटा करके स्पीच पे तैयारी कीजिए. ओनली वन टॉपिक, दैट्स इट. यस,
Anyone who want to continue with others?
सारा जितने भी असाइनमेंट्स हैं सब एक किनारे कर दीजिए एंड प्रिपेयर दिस स्पीच, नथिंग एल्स.
I would like to call others. Thank you.
Now why I am telling you this? Because I want you to win.
Good evening, everyone, and my respected ma'am. I am Adarsh Kumar from Brisbane, and the topic is post-COVID-19. Sorry, decoding post-COVID-19
Socio-economic problems.
socio-economic problems. COVID-19 is a respiratory disease caused by the virus SARS-CoV-2 was identified in Wuhan, China in December 2019 and quickly spread to other parts of the world. Closing the borders was the first step to stop the spread of coronavirus, followed by complete lockdown and limiting the opening of business and shops. COVID-19 has caused huge negative impact on the population, health, and economic and education sector of the countries. And the lockdown has helped to flatten the curve in most places, but it has also resulting devastating economic and political and social consequences. To enforce social distancing, business were people created have to force to close. Major companies in India temporarily suspend or close. The entertainment industry, consisting of movies, theater, concerts, etc., are also closed. And another sector that has been affected more is the service industry, including restaurant, many other shops, etc. A stock market has crashed, and plenty of large and small business has failed to survive. The tourism place like hotels, bars, and transportation system and the industries were totally shut down as per lockdown policy, because of which the government has faced sorry because of which government has been suffering a huge economic loss. Many people will come under poverty line due to this global crisis. The rate of unemployment will increase. Sorry, the rate of unemployment will increase rapidly, and so we can see the overall economic system has destroyed due to this pandemic. Thank you.
Was good. A little bit of more content is required. Otherwise, very good. And if you speak this out without reading it, then there's no feeling that yeah, this was a good speech. But then content thoda aur develop karo. Yeah, otherwise very good.
Anyone who wants to come?
Yeah, people that person over there.
Friend, your name? Now I would like to
Rahul.
call Rahul Kumar as for his speech.
Again, I am telling you, forget about everything else. This should be the only assignment for you. जब तक ये एक्सप्रेशन हो नहीं जाता है, इसी पे लगे रहिए.
Hello everyone and good evening to all of you. My name is Rahul Kumar and today I will be presenting my view on post-COVID-19 socio-economic problem. Now I'm going to start the speech. COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the Chinese virus of SARS-CoV-2. Virus was first identified in Wuhan, China, December 2019 and quickly spread to the other parts of the world. Almost 62 lakhs people have died in the world due to the Chinese virus. Almost every country was closing their borders, was the first state most government took to stop the spread of the disease. Followed by the complete lockdown restricting the opening of businesses, industries, schools, colleges. The pandemic has affected educational and healthcare system. During the pandemic, millions of people have lost their jobs. More than 1,53,000 plus people died by suicide because of financial crisis due to COVID-19 problems. In 2020, as per the data, government data, 67% increase reports of suicidal behavior during the lockdown. Indian GDP contracted 23.9% in April-June quarter of 22 to 21 financial year because of Chinese virus. That's all. Thank you.
तुम्हारा भी बहुत कम था, हमको लगता है कि 2 मिनट भी नहीं था तुम्हारा. कम से कम 2.5 मिनट का होना चाहिए स्पीच. Not less than, not more than 3. ठीक है? Yes, next.
Now I would like to
call.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ramu Kumar. Today, I am sharing my view on post-COVID-19 socio-economic problem. COVID-19 is a contagious disease, and we are also known it the name of novel coronavirus. Viruses are a large family of viruses that are common throughout the world and can cause respiratory illness in people and animals. This virus is zoonotic by nature, which means that it can spread easily from human to animal. Pandemic has occurred even after high technology advancement in the healthcare infrastructures, just like USA, Canada, and Spain. The COVID-19 outbreak was first reported towards the end 2019 in Wuhan, in Hubei province of China. Subsequently, it's spread to other part of the world. It was declared as a pandemic by the WHO on 11th March 2020. Post COVID-19, there are so many socio-economic problems. Thereafter, most of the peoples lost their jobs, businesses, and our family's member, which member was depend on whole family. That's why some people committed suicide. According to the International Monetary Fund, the global economy is shrinked over 3% COVID-19 in 2002. The outbreak of COVID-19 has had deeper impact on Indian economy, and the UN report estimated a trade impact of more than 35 million US dollar on Indian economy due to this outbreak, making India one of the most affected economy across the world. And finally, we can say that
we need to follow the all protocol is given by the WHO, doctors, and our governments. For example, maintain social distancing, wearing mask, washing hands properly. Don't go out from home without any essential task. That's all. Anyone? Name? I would like to call Aman on stage.
Thank you, Rao.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aman Kumar. I'm going to tell about post-COVID-19 socio-economic problem. Coronavirus, which is commonly known as COVID-19. Coronavirus affected our day-to-day life. The most common symptoms of this virus infection are fever, cold, cough, body pain, loss of a smell seen in coronavirus patient. Coronavirus was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan city of China. In March 2020, the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic. Due to coronavirus, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced nationwide lockdown for 21 days on 23rd March 2020. As a result, in India, all educational institutions and almost every commercial establishment had to be shut down. Thousands of migrant workers were walking across India to reunite with their families. This coronavirus creates drastic effect on the daily life of people as well as on the Indian economy. In time like this, hope is a powerful healer. Make sure you sanitize your hand and make a distance from each other.
Yes, very good. A little bit of more content is required.
Economic problem.
Economic problems को डालते हुए, and you have to also include the economy, the Ukraine war, and the economy that which has been affected by it. इसको tag करना है. And of course, director sir would like to talk to you about this to give you some guidance. So, those who have given their names, this is a shout out to all of them that please prepare, take this very seriously. And this is one event which is going to happen each month. So students who are participating this month, and those who are not participating, they will always have a chance in the next month. So let us start this with a bang and take this on a very high note. Prepare, practice, present. Call anybody who is interested.
Is anybody?
There is a lack of time.
We started late anyways. Now this is the place where you are going to improve. If you will not come here, you will never improve. I have the names of students who are participating. मैं बुलाऊं उनको, उनके नाम क्या? जो चुपचाप से बैठे हुए हैं, नाम लेके अपना. माइक की जरूरत ही क्या है?
पीछे आवाज नहीं आ रहा.
कई लोग नाम लिखवा करके चुपचाप से बैठे हुए हैं. I have all the names of students. और जितने भी names हैं मेरे पास, अगले क्लास में I'm going to call them one by one. So you have to come prepared. People at the back, would you stop talking? Now there were some people who raised their hands in the beginning that they wanted to come up with their homework. Yes, Aditya, you want to come? Yes. There are some people who always make presentations, always taking the opportunity to speak and present. That's okay.
Respected Mayor, my dear friends, a very good evening to you all. Today I'm going to present my speech on the topic, You Are the Champion. When you wake up, ask yourself, how will I be a champion? Do the champion have any extraordinary power? Champions do what others don't so that they can accomplish what others can't. Is that right?
No.
Not. Not all champions who are gold medalists or title bearers. A champion is somebody who does whatever it takes to achieve their goal. Champion is someone who every time they fail, get knocked down, gets right back and fight again. You don't need to be the best in order to be a champion. You just need to become the best you that you can possibly be.
Very good.
Once, Muhammad Ali, the greatest boxer of all time, said that champions are not made in the gym. They are made from something that they have deep inside them. That is a desire, a dream, and a clear vision. Your hesitation, your underconfidence, what other will say? I'm an average guy. I can't do this. It is an impossible task. These can never be a criteria to stop you from becoming a champion. Who had thought that a 10-year-old child selling newspaper in the towns of Rameshwaram would be the biggest scientist and the 11th president of India and would be rewarded as the 45 grants and would be rewarded as the greatest award of the India, that is the Bharat Ratna, the great APJ Abdul Kalam. You just need to solidify your willpower and determination in order to become a champion. The truth is that all heroes feel the fear, but they don't allow the fear to stop them. Champions either win or they learn. Don't just wait for the right opportunity, just create it. At last, I would like to conclude my speech with a quote that to be a champion, compete. To be a great champion, compete with the best. But to be the greatest champion, compete with yourself. Thank you. And have a nice day.
That was very well presented, Aditya. Satvik, right. So, when you put your heart and soul into your presentation, it connects. Even if you are reading it, there has got to be some connectivity. क्यों किसी का presentation बहुत अच्छा लगता है, किसी का click करता है, किसी का impact नहीं छोड़ता है. क्या वजह है? क्या वजह? What is the reason? Some people are good storytellers, some people are not. You cannot be in between. Either you are good or you are not good. So ask yourself, when I'm making a presentation, is everybody listening? सब लोग सुन रहे हैं कि नहीं? या when you are telling a story, are people talking or they are listening? If people are talking, it means you did not connect. But if people sit back and listen to you, it means you have connected with them. So each story, whether it's your idea bank or anything, any presentation, it's a story. Make your story interesting if you want people to sit up and listen to you. Right? Become a good storyteller. And yes, I think there is marked improvement in everybody. Those who are speaking every day, naturally they will be a shade better than what you were yesterday. हर दिन, हर opportunity यहाँ पे जो मिलती है आपको, every opportunity will push you up. But then you have to take this opportunity, no? You have to raise your hands. You have to practice. This is your practice session. And practice time is never a wasted time. Each day you're coming closer and closer to success. Isn't it? So if you have not started yet, start your campaign to be a champion. Either you be your best friend or you be your worst enemy. क्या बनना चाहते हो? If you want to become your best friend, compete with nobody else but yourself. Set high standards for yourself. Yes, I can do it. Set heavy tasks, difficult tasks for yourself. Give yourself homework. And then achieve it. Prepare. Do not wait for somebody else to give you a task. Give yourself some assignments. Ask your teachers to grade you. Today, if you have been graded 8, aim for 9. But do not go back on 6 or 7. The change should be for the better. So a lot of students are presenting and taking interest in speeches. But then finally, let us start this campaign to make expression a grand event. Repeatedly, I am telling you, do not let this time while away. ये time जो मिला आपको, make the most of this time, so that when you come on the stage, on the final stage, people will sit up and look and listen to your story, right?